Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Fandom Fridays, where we proceed to check out the fanfics that are not pony related. Why? Well, you see, the fact of the matter is, I love ponies, but that doesn't mean I don't love everybody else. I mean, I'm a huge fan of Star Trek, Babylon 5, blah, blah, etc., 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 etc. Get on with it! Sorry, Tracy. Well, it's that time of the year again. The months grow colder. The realm between reality and the supernatural becomes thinner. Monsters walk about. Ghosts are rumored to become in flux. And free candy is distributed to all the little pink ponies that walk around in ticket costumes. That's right, it's Nightmare Nighttime again, people. It's Halloween, one of my favorite times of the year. And to celebrate, we have a special thing for you. We are going to do, once again, a whole month of different Supernatural and Buffy crossovers. Just for you. So, what's on the docket today? Well, Trixie decided to get you something special. For me? Oh, thanks, Trix. Why, yes. It's a little Supernatural and Flash crossover. Oh, sweet, thanks. Don't mention it. Wonder why she was laughing evilly. Anyway, so join us, won't you, as we here at the Treeberry Memorial Library and proud to present Supernatural Flash by CSI-Kirk. Enjoy. Supernatural Flash by CSI-Kirk. Chapter 1. To understand what I'm about to tell you, you need to do something first. You need to believe in the impossible. Can you do that? Good. You see that red blur? A red blur speeds past. That's me. Speeds past again. That too. Once more. There I am again. My name is Deanna Dean Mary Winter. What? Deanna. Trixie, why did you not tell me that this was a Rule 63 flash? Trix? I am the fastest girl alive. 14 years ago. My story's pretty simple. All my life I've been running. Usually from bullies. Sometimes I escaped and sometimes I did not. Tell me what happened. Those guys were picking on kids just because they thought they weren't cool. It wasn't right, I told my mom. I know. She said to me, guess it wasn't fast enough like Sammy. I said, you have such a good heart, Dean. It's better to have a good heart than fast legs, Mom told her. Hey, I'm home, Dad called as he came in. And, oh Lord, you're really going to do this, aren't you? You're going to ram every single news speaker into a paragraph. No! Bad Vic! Bad! You do not do that! It's basic English 101. Every time that there's a new speaker, you paragraph. There's no excuse for this! Why do you new writers do that? You learned this in freaking first grade! Okay, to be fair, I learned this in 4th grade, but still, you learned this a long time ago. You do not ram all the sentences together. The only reason why this should happen is if you don't hit the enter button. And the only reason why you shouldn't hit the enter button is if your enter button was broken. Just simply push the enter button. It's not that hard. I do it all the time. Watch. I just press the enter button. See? That's simple. Or at least have somebody else read your story and hey, tell me where I'm effing up. Hey! Dean got into a fight today. Oh yeah? Said God from out of nowhere. And she won, Mom said. Way to go, Slugger. Mom gave him a glare. You know, you don't have to use parentheses. You can use commas. They're your friends. No more fighting. I smiled. Mom and Dad put us to bed. Then a crash was heard and we went downstairs. After that night, I was running from something much scarier. Something both Sam and I couldn't explain. Something impossible. John! John! Our mom cried to her dad. Mom! Dean, Sam, don't! Mom called. I wish I knew who was talking. Give me direction here. Mom! I called again. Dean, don't let it touch you! Mom called again. What's happening? What's going on? Description, Vic. Please give me a description. I need to know. I'm blind. Instead, Dean told us, run! Dean, run! And then we appeared in the street behind our home. Wait, when was Sam there? When did Sam get there? Vic? Can't you offer assistance? Mom? Dad? I called, and then ran back in the direction of our home. I swear, with all this horrible grammar, the only thing worse that could be anything than what I'm seeing right now is that they rip off directly the opening of The Flash. And if they do that, I swear, you're going to hear me start reading nothing more than an excerpt of much better fanfictions that I got on my favorites account. But you won't do that, Vic. I trust you. I trust you won't do that. 14 years later. Dean Winchester's POV. Thank you. I so needed that. I was running late for work again. Okay, back up. Dean Winchester. You said it. The resident in Tarrant CSI for Central City Police Department. Sam, my brother, hasn't spoken to me since that night our mom died and our dad was sent to Iron Heights. Why? As I was running, I ran into someone on the street. Sorry! I called as I run on. Speaking of run on, this sentence! I was going to be killed by Captain Singh, my boss, and there was this one time my genuine exercise. This time wasn't that the Apollo wasn't working. That was weird as I take good care of her. And I said, speaking of run on, I'm so glad you decided to run on that sentence! I ran into someone again. Sorry! I call as I run into the crime scene. CSI, coming through! I pant. Sorry late, Captain Singh. Winchester, you're late. What's the excuse this time? Before your answer, let me remind you that the last excuse you gave was car trouble. Wanna know why that one was memorable? He said to me. Yes, it was actually the Impala, sir. He's usually talking distant, I gasped. Paragraphs. Noun. What you use to differentiate speakers. Please see, not this Vic. I work as hard as I usually do, and Iris came by. I'm ready to see the master smashing, she said. Shooting? Your dad has had to analyze the... Who's talking? I can't tell who's speaking. Please, somebody help! Hello? I have no idea where I am. Will somebody please send tacos? Analyzing the evidence, and I don't think I'll make it to Starlast tonight. I apologized to her. Dean, get going, Joe said to me. I didn't need telling what. Grammar. Please learn it. I grabbed my coat and left with my sister. But when we were there, Iris's purse got stolen and I intervened. We missed the line for Star Labs, and I went back to the precinct, back to my lab to finish my private project. I'd been a little obsessed to find out what happened that night my mom died. Just a little. Sammy didn't believe me of what he saw, but he's so adamant that Dad killed Mom. Why? Please explain. How did he... I would love to have had this conversation, but I don't think that was important. I had the news on the background when we heard the political accelerator had malfunctioned. The power of the city went off, and a shockwave tore through Central City. I walked over to the skylight and began to close the shutter when everything began to slow down. I glanced up and saw a lightning bolt tear through the skylight and strike me, throwing me into some charged chemicals. Then, I blacked out. Excuse me one sec. The bell. And that's Twilight. It's why focus is essential to the study of magic. Celestia looked up from her notes, with a gentle smile on her lips. Do you have any questions, Twilight? She frowned to herself and turned. Twilight. She looked at the empty small desk that she could have sworn had been occupied by her very tiny student a moment ago, before lifting a hoof to her forehead. Oh dear, not again. Twilight Sparkle stuck her tongue out of the corner of her mouth as her horn sparked. Above her on the counter was her prize, Celestia's personal cookie stash. Almost. The cookie jar wobbled a bit, Twilight's eyes widened before she puts the cookie jar back. You need to close, she frowned to herself. How am I going to get up there? After a few seconds of searching, she grinned slowly before opening up the drawers to form a small staircase up to the countertop. Slowly, she crept closer to the jar before reaching out a hoof. The jar was solid, and the lid was on tight. Again, a frown formed on her muzzle. Tipping it over would be next to impossible, not to mention all the noise it would make. Twilight circled the jar once, her eyes darting around as if expecting to be jumped on at any moment, before climbing onto her hind legs and slowly pushing off the lid. Twilight winced at the loud noise as it clattered on the tilted counter and stood perfectly still. Her ears flickered to see if she could hear any hostess approaching. Silence. Twilight breathed out and poked her head into the cookie jar, licking her lips at the sound of triple chocolate cookie peanut butter clusters. Her arm glowed a bit before cringing at the feedback it sparked. Okay, using magic to get these cookies is not going to work. Slowly, she poked her head further into the jar and grabbed the first cookie in her mouth, biting down with a satisfying crunch. Quickly, she finished the first cookie and moved on to the second. A third followed, and so on, as she slid deeper into the jar, each cookie eaten. Finally, only one remained out of her glass. She wiggled a bit more into the jar, her little hoof slapping at the cookie before she felt the jar begin to tear. Uh-oh. Princess Celestia sighed as she checked Twilight's favorite hiding spots for the third time. She really couldn't blame the filly for having the attention span she had. After all, she was little more than a foal, nor she could blame Silent Shadow, Twilight's guard, as she wasn't quite graduated from the academy. There must be a way to keep track of her, though. It's only by Harvey's good graces that she hasn't gotten hurt. But what can I do? I shouldn't need to assign more guards. I don't want to interfere with curiosity. She continued on in a moment before her eyes opened. Yes, that's it! Satisfied with her decision, Celestia walked to a personal kitchen at the side. Two tiny, purple-backed legs bicycled madly as she stuck out of her favorite cookie jar. As a navy blue purple streaked tail wagged back and forth, Celestia quickly figured out what had happened. A smile played across her face as she shook her head. Getting her giggles out of control, she slowly lifted her student out of the cookie jar by her tail. Twilight looked into Celestia's eyes, still hanging upside down. Her muzzle covered the cookie crumbs. There's a rationale explanation for this. Celestia lifted an eyebrow, and Twilight slumped. I want the cookie. Celestia set her student down on her back and left the room, the final cookie in her mouth as she crunched it. Twilight frowned as she poked at her new accessory with a hoof. She looked up at Celestia as she gave it a clear dingle. I don't like it. Celestia shook her head and wrapped her wing around Twilight, giving her a short hug. I know you don't, my faithful student, but this bell will let somebody know if you need help. It's only for a short time. Just a trial period, okay? Twilight looked at the chain around her neck, then held the silver bell and sighed. Okay, princess. Twilight's a kitty cat! Nah. 48, 49, 50. Ready or not, Twilight, here I come! Princess Cadence grinned as she slowly looked around the garden, where her favorite filly was playing in. Well, always seemed to win their games, but Cadence was determined to fix that. When she left, her ear flicked out a little ringing sound. Her grin grew wider. Cadence snuck towards the innocent-looking bush. Wings folded back as she parted the bush with her magic to see Twilight stare up at her. Ha-ha! Finally! After so many games, I won! She startled to herself. And Twilight frowned at the bell that hanging when she got a mild poke from a branch. Her ears pinned back stingled again. Stupid bell! Twilight sighed heavily as she curled up in the sunbeam in the royal library, a storybook in front of her. Her eyes grew a bit heavy as it was almost time for her nap. Her eyes closed a bit more, and her head bobbed a bit before her hoof caught the face wrong. Ding-ling! The bell sounded a few times before several older students from Celestia School turned towards the 4-year-old, some almost glaring as he slowly slunk out of the library. Moondancer, on the other hand, wanted to help her. Her ears pinned back and her tail between her legs. Once the doors had closed, she glared down at the now silent bell. Stupid bell! Twilight had finally had it with the bell. It wasn't letting her do anything fun. Worst of all, she couldn't take it off. It had taken a bit of digging, but she found a freeze spell that should stop the spell from ringing every time she had gotten even the slightest bit hurt. Closing the spell book, she took a deep breath and began casting the spell. Celestia was a bit worried. A guard had seen Twilight stomp into her room around 10 minutes ago, but had heard nothing from her inside since. She knocked once at the filly's door. Twilight, are you all right? When no answer came, her frown deepened as she opened the door. Her eyes widened, and a horrified gasp escaped her as she saw a frozen solid Twilight sparkle. Celestia quickly acted, casting a reversal spell, and ran to warm a bath. Hours later, Twilight curled under Celestia's wing, dressed in warm pajamas and drinking hot cocoa. She still shivered a bit. Well, my faithful student, I think the bell experiment is over, as it shattered when you tried to freeze it. Now, what did you learn from this? Celestia looked down at Twilight as she squirmed closer to her. Either for heat or comfort, Celestia wasn't sure. Twilight gave a little yawn before looking up at her. The just thing I learned being a statue really sucks. You said it. With that said, Twilight firmly nodded and closed her eyes, quickly falling into an easy sleep. As Celestia giggled and shook her head. Well put, Twilight. Well put. I'm letting you have that one, since even this thing's annoying me! The doors of the ER crashed open, and the unconscious Dean Winchester rushed through. Why did we change to third person suddenly? This makes no sense. You didn't need to change it back to third person. You didn't need to do that, Vic. You didn't need to do that to me. Please change it. What the hell happened? A doctor demanded. She was struck by lightning, a paramedic said. How is she still alive? How am I still reading this? Iris rushed through. Miss, you can't go in there. But that's my sister. Dean! Actually, I would love if it was Sam. I woke up, gasping as if from a nightmare. Spooking a boy roughly my age. Whoa! Oh my god! Where am I? I asked bewilderedly. Star Labs. A girl answered my question as I was confused. The last thing I remembered was being in my lab, and the lightning hitting me. There was then just a blank. What happened? I asked. You were in a coma. The boy, Cisco. How did you know that? For how long? Welcome back. 9 months. Welcome back, Miss Winchester. We have a lot to discuss. I turned and saw Mr. Harrison Wales right behind me. Whoever he is! The girl, Caitlin. Okay, and she looks like... Tossed me a jumper, and I got up and followed him. It's hard to believe I'm here. I've always wanted to meet you face to face, I said to him. Yeah, well, you certainly went a great place to do it. Star Labs has been operational since FEMA categorized us as a Class 4 hazardous location, Dr. Wells said to me. Oh, great, the one time you remember to make a new paragraph, you forgot to say who was talking. 7 people died that night. Many more were injured, myself amongst them. He said, I looked over the balcony we were on and saw the records of the particle accelerator. Geez, what happened? Particle accelerator went boom. Work with me on this. Dr. Wells explained to me what happened. Oh God, you're actually going to have him explain. 9 months ago, the particle accelerator went on exactly as planned. For 5 minutes, I achieved my last dream. Boy, did he ever. Hey, spoilers! Oh, come on. Who in this room hasn't finished watching the Flash TV series yet? I haven't. Sunset, you haven't? Yeah, I've been a little busy. I looked down. The electron volts became unmeasurable. The ring around us had popped. Energy for the detonation was thrown into the sky, and that in turn seeded a storm cloud that in turn created a lightning bolt that struck me. I said, flashing back. And one day, this little enter button is going to learn how to be used. People who are listening to this is getting hard to read. Quick, send help! Send medics! I was confused and hurt. I had to go home and see Iris and Joe. I had to let them know I was awake and I was okay. That was when Sammy called me and begged me to forgive him for ignoring me 15 years ago. Sam, you're going to have to earn my trust back. But yeah, I forgive you. I forgave you 10 years ago. So for 5 years you didn't forgive him, but for the next 10 you did. This math doesn't add up. But, wow, that was random. Thanks, Sam, for randomly calling. Thanks. I would have loved to have seen you come in and show how heartbroken you were and how much you realized what had happened. I would also love to know how you got his number if you never communicated with him. I would also love to know how you two started connecting. I would have also loved to have seen more scenes with you, Sam, so that way we could see what the difference between this is and the show. Otherwise, I feel like I'm just reading The Flash with Barry copy and replace with Dean. Stop by, Jitters, saw Iris. Dean! She exclaimed as she saw me. Hey. I smiled as I hugged her. You kept dying, Dean. I saw you. Your heart kept cutting out, she said to me. I placed her hand on my chest. It's still beating. I gave her my goofy grin. Wow, that's really fast, she said to me. Then everything slowed down and sped back up. Dean, you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Have you seen Sammy? I asked Iris. Yeah, he's at the precinct. Wait, did he always work at the precinct? Why is he there? Giving me my regular coffee as a takeout, and I head back to work. Everyone was glad to see me. Even Captain Singh joked. You're 9 months late for work, Winchester. That's a record. I grinned at my superior. There was also a tall, lanky-built boy. Oh my God, Sam, you're de-aged! That sat next to Joe's desk. Sam? Dean. It was my little brother, Samuel Don Winchester. I gave him a flag-tickle hug. God, I missed you. I began to cry. Sing here, Dean. Sam hugged me back. I saw a man, who had obviously been arrested, reach for an officer's gun. I slowly grabbed it before he got it, and was stunned at how fast it could move now. Captain Singh gave me the rest of the day off to get back to normal after my accident. I went back to Star Labs and told Dr. Wells, Caitlin, and Cisco about what had happened. Is it possible that the lightning left me with side effects? I asked. It may be a possibility, Dr. Wells said as he said to me. Caitlin and Cisco went to airfield without my new I'm going to ask, does how on earth you're supposed to diagram this sentence, because it's lost on me. Maybe you audience who are reading this can look at me and tell me if you know how to read this, because I don't. Remember, Dean, go gently. Oh, that's gotta be some sort of innuendo. The rest of this thick. This is not just me, right, audience? It can't just be me. It can't just be me. I gotta go. I gotta go check something here. I'll be right back, people. Seriously, this can't just be me. Come here. It just can't be. Really. Hey, RPG lover, come here. Don't worry, I'm not tagging you out. I just need to verify something. See, it's your mother too. Don't start insulting her. Now, come on.
What?
Follow me. I need to test something about this fic. Because this fic. Ooh, this fic. Okay. Look at this paragraph. Look at some of these paragraphs. And tell me, do you know who's talking? Because I sure don't. I mean, look at it. It's a stove.
I'm not sure who's talking.
Do you see what I have to deal with? No.
Yes, I feel sorry for you.
Yes, now you go play Kingdom Hearts. Be free. There goes the finest man of his generation. Oh God, I still got more of this. I suddenly remembered the night my mom died, and that caused me to fall and break my wrist. Okay, let me check this sentence. Okay. How, when, where, why. Vic, you need a lot of things to tell a story. You need descriptions. You need action. You need clause. You need reasons. And you need to make sure I'm not watching the episode all over again. Dean, are you okay? I heard Caitlin ask. I think I broke my wrist. I weakly managed. Cisco ran up to where I lay and helped me back up to Star Labs. 3 hours later, and Sam came to see me. You okay? Oh no, now they're forgetting how to capitalize sentences. We're in danger mode. This is a bug on man. A bug on! I heard you had another accident, he said. Yeah, I'm okay, I said. Then Caitlin came back to me with my x-rays. It's healed. In 3 hours, she said. How's that possible? Sam and I echoed together. We don't know! Yet. Caitlin said. Oh, But who, when, where, why? Brain hurting! I swear to Celestia, I'm going to kill something! Cisco grinned at me. You really need to learn how to stop. I just laughed. Sam turned to me. What exactly happened to you? This is going to seem crazy, but remember the night the mom died? I said. Sam nodded. Well, remember the guy in yellow and the girl who was red? I could run as fast as they could. You know, maybe this is just my loving of the Flash mythos and all, but shouldn't Harrison Wells be a woman? Spoilers? Oh, come on! We found that out about, what, 9 episodes in? Who hasn't seen that episode by now? I have. Really, Sunset, we gotta get you the Blu-ray. Sam looked at me. Whoa, guess you're faster than me now. That's it. The fake's giving up. I went back to work and looked at security photos of the bank robbery. What bank robbery? Do you people remember the bank robbery? I don't remember the bank robbery. What bank robbery? Oh, you mean the bank robbery that showed up in the show? Oh, of course I mean the bank robbery that showed up in the show. How many episodes are you in on Sunset? 1. Look, I've been really, really busy, alright? I recognized the robber as Clyde Martin. I grabbed Sam. It's Clyde Martin. He's back! And he is... ... I said to him. Sam looked at the footage. You saw what I saw? He asked me. Martin controlling the weather? You know, Weather Wizard would be really fun to do a pony version of. He just need to remember to not make himself a Pegasus or a unicorn, otherwise it wouldn't make a dang lot of sense. Yeah, I said. Sam looked at me. We should tell Joe. What? Dude, he wouldn't believe us. It was the same 15 years ago, I say, shocked. Tell me what? Joe came up behind us. I murdered a curse. Son of a bitch. Sunset Dean recognized the robber as Clyde Martin. Sam lied to me, covering up my new abilities and what Martin could do. I told Sam I was going on my lunch break, when in reality I was going after Martin with my speed. I caught to him, but as we thought, I lost him. It caused the death of an innocent bystander. Oh no! Can you imagine just how much gripping emotion that could have had on him? How much that could hurt him? How much that could hurt him? Can you imagine the raw sense of emotion that could... You're not going to show it, are you? Sam pitied me when I called and cried down in front of him. Give me a prize! I can see the future! I went back to Star Labs and told Dr. Wells, Dean, you're not a hero. You're just a young woman who was struck by lightning. He told me. I looked crestfallen and left Star Labs. Doo-doo-doo. Bum bum. Wow. I hadn't been that sad in a scene since the last time I watched The Flash. Speaking of which, I feel like I've watched The Flash now. Oh, wait! I remembered someone I knew I could trust. Someone who had faith in me that I could do the right thing. Oliver Queen, a.k.a. The Arrow in Starling City. But Starling was 600 miles away, and Wells thought I was the only casualty because of the accelerator. I ran through the streets of Central City and ran up the highway to Starling City. As I ran so far away. I just ran. I ran all night and day. Couldn't get away. Actually, I prefer the Japanese version of that song. Pegasus Fantasy! Da, da, da. I did that joke, and absolutely none of you are going to get it. It's just going to go, woo, woo! I flashed back to that fateful night which tore my family apart. I ran up to our home with Sammy behind me. Saw the police cars outside. I swear! I didn't do this! I didn't kill my wife! Our dad was being led from the house by police officers. Sam and I ran to the car and... It's just me, or has the fixed grammar been dying slowly throughout the rest of the story? Dad! Where's Mom? I yelled. Dean! Sam! Don't go in the house! Dad yelled at us. Dad! Sam! Tetsuo! I ran into our home and saw the living room was a crime scene. My daughter knows her kids, Joe was saying. I'm sorry, Joe. I knelt down next to the tarp and looked at her to reveal my mom's dead body. Mom? Dean, I'm so sorry, Joe said to me. Back to the present. How about back to the future? Boom! Dum! 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 I skated to the hall as I went to the road sign. I had to yank my scruffy jacket off as it was smoking! The sign said Starling City, 5 miles, and had an arrow pointing to the right. What I thought was amusing due to the fact that I needed to see Arrow himself. I ran to Starling, up onto a roof near where Queen consolidated, and pulled out my phone. Last time I was in Starling, Oliver had given me his stealth number. So, Starling Oliver? Or were you in Starling Oliver? Who is Starling Oliver, anyway? I needed to speak to him. Hello? A voice answered the call I was making. It's Dean Winchester. I woke up, Oliver. I could use some advice, I said to him. I'm on my way, he said, hanging up. 10 minutes later, Errol was standing in front of me. Dean, you all right? Oliver asked, giving me a rare hug. I'm telling Felicity. Hey, I just realized if we continue doing the unresolved sexual tension between Felicity and Barry with Dean and Felicity, we're going to get some lesbian action on this. Which I don't mind. It's a perfectly natural choice. I hugged him back and said, not so much, I said. Oliver looked at me, confused by my attitude. I explained everything to him. Oh, please don't tell me! So that's my story. Oh, thank God! I spent my entire life searching for the impossible. Never imagined that I would become the impossible. I said, something becoming Iris for some reason. Oliver looked at me. So why'd come to me? So he tells me you didn't just run 600 miles to say hi to your boyfriend. He said, I blushed. It's true. I'm with the arrow. Ow! Ow! Ugh! That was sudden. Ow! Care to build up on that? Developed a relationship? Tell us how you came back together? Because, saying a sentence like that, that's just complete and utter whiplash to me. Really? Read that again. Sure, it's true. I'm with the arrow. Ow! So, what you're saying is that this is a whiplash sentence? Yes. Give Trixie a few seconds. What are you doing? Oh, just programming ammo next time I need to hit you with something. All my life! I was looking for something. I wanted to do something more. Be more. Now I am. First chance I get to help someone, I fuck up. I said. Oliver knew that I often swore when I was pissed off. Okay, Sam had to put it up when I first learned how to swear, and Joe disapproves of it with Can't Sing. Well, it's near my lab when I'm in a mood. Chasing a bad guy, someone died. I choked out. Oliver looked at me sadly. What else is right? What if I'm not a hero? What if it's just some girl who was struck by lightning? Oliver said, I don't think lightning struck you, Dean. I think it chose you. I'm not sure if I'm like you, Oliver. I don't know if I could be some vigilante. Cuddle, snuggle, kiss. Do more than just have a description. You could be better. Because you could inspire people in a way I never could. Also, you say like a guardian angel. Making a difference. Saving people in a flash. I looked at him as he turned to leave. Wow, some boyfriend material! You didn't even give her a kiss goodbye! Take your own advice, he said. I looked up to him. Wear a mask. He then leapt out the building we were on. Ran to the edge and heard an arrow being fired. Oliver was on the other building, running up the wall. Cool, I said, speeding off. Oliver Queen's POV. Ow! Whiplash! One thing I loved about Dean was her attitude. I liked her when we first met, and she teased my mom when my mother had discarded her as nothing. Bitch was all Dean had muttered, and my mother turned beet red. I just smirked to try not to laugh. But when I had been drunk and beaten a zero, Dean had been asked by Felicity and Diggle to save my life, though it meant telling her who I was. After Dean and I had our conversation, I left out the building and fired an arrow to the side so I could run to the solid building. I turned and saw a red-yellow board that was Dean, using her powers to go home. Cool, I muttered. Wow, such passion, such drama, such gritting romance! I ran into the precinct and picked up 9 months worth of unresolved cases. I looked them over to Star Labs and Cisco and Caitlin about this. I've been going over unsolved cases for the 9 months. There's been a solid increase of unexplained deaths and missing people. Your metahumans have been busy, I said to him. Caitlin looked at Cisco in sorrow. Now, I'm not blaming you. I know you didn't mean anything for this to happen. I know you all lost something. Caitlin looked upset. But I need your help to catch Martin and anyone else out there like that. But I can't do it without you, I said, thinking about what Martin may do to my Sammy. Aww. If we're going to do this, I have something that might help, Cisco said to me. Looked at Caitlin in fear. For apprehension, a confirmation that Cisco wasn't crazy. Cisco sold me a red suit that was designed to replace the traditional uniform for firefighters, but was resistant from burning with my speed. I looked at him. Thanks. Now, how do we find Martin? Caitlin pulled up a tablet and explained that she changed the satellite to look for metahumans in Central City. A farm just west of the city, Caitlin said. I looked at the suit and smiled. I had to change and face Martin. Joe and I reached the farm west of the city. Look, I'm not saying Martin's still alive, but if he is, this is the last place he and his brother hold out. Joe said to me, let's go, I said. We both pulled out our guns and went to the Oh, don't tell me Sam's Eddie! This is... I don't even know how to describe this, people. I really don't. I don't know how to describe the feelings I've got for this thing. It just feels... Ugh! It keeps ticking off every single button I've got when trying to do an alternate reality story on this. And it's just driving me up the wall! I swear! I can't believe how insane this is getting. Oh, hi, Nero. Hi there. Well, Dean was right. He does control the weather. I told you so. I told you, I said, striking at the cover of our car. Okay. Why is Sam a member of the police department? Why is he there? How is he there? Why? I tore through the city, trying to reach the farm before my brother and Joe. I got there, and Martin had knocked out my brother and was about to throw a sheet of coagulating metal at Joe. I used my speed and knocked it out of the way. I went over to where Sam lay. Sammy! Sammy! I panicked, sinking him to try and wake him. Sam groaned and sat up. Dean? He said. I smiled and faced Martin. You nearly killed him, I snapped. Martin just shrugged and smirked at me. He created a tornado, and I heard Cisco say, it's getting closer. Wind speeds are 200 miles per hour increasing. Dean, can you hear me? Yeah, I can hear you. I'll try to run around in the opposite direction. I said, Dean, you'll die! Caitlin said. I just ran the opposite way and was blown back by Martin. It's too strong! I said to him. Then I heard Dr. Wells. You can do this, Dean. You were right. I am responsible for all this. So many people have been hurt because of me, and when I look at you, all I saw was another potential victim of my hubris. And yes, I created this madness. But you, Dean, you can stop it. You can do this. Now run, Dean, run! He said to me. Now you might be wondering why I didn't make fun of that last paragraph. Because I love that space way too much! I thought back to what my dad had said to me, Sam, that night. I took his advice. I ran so fast and furiously, because of Martin hurting my baby brother. Hey, since Wells is the first class, do you think he actually heard Mr. Allen say that? And decided to use Henry's words as a callback to Barry, so that way he can mess with Barry's head and do a little bit of influence? Hey! Spoilers! Sorry, Sunset. We seriously gotta get her watching the show. Trixie has the Blu-ray! You bought it? Yes. Alright! I ran so fast and furiously, because of Martin hurting my brother. I was so angry at him. I used my anger and my speed to make me run a little faster. Tornado exploded. I was thrown to the side and pulled off my mask. Sam ran over. Dean, are you okay? Sam and Cisco asked. Yeah, it's over. I smiled at my brother. You nearly gave me a heart attack. Sam grinned with a smile at me. Hey! Martin shouted at me and Sam. I looked up and staggered to my feet. I was bloody exhausted. I didn't know there was anyone else like me. I glared at him. I'm not like you. You're a murderer. I gasped out, Sam behind me. Martin aimed his gun at me. Then 2 shots rang out. Sam and I saw Joe kill Martin to protect us. Finally, Joe believed me, and Sam was about to when Mom died. Sorry, allergies. The next day, I was out in the streets. I saved a man knocked from his bike and set him on the sidewalk. Then sped off to patrol the rest of Central City. My name is Dan Winchester. I'm the fastest girl alive. A friend recently gave me the idea for a new name. Something tells me it's going to catch on. Well, I think it's time now for my closing thoughts of this fic. And I think there's only one proper place to give said thoughts about it. If you excuse me, I think it's time for a rude awakening. I want to compliment the plot, but I already did when I first watched it, and when I watched it again with my mother. It's just the Flash first episode, and I love the Flash first episode. I love the Flash TV show. It's great. It's one of my favorite superhero shows of all time. I know the first episode. I memorized the freaking first episode. I did not need to read it again. Ah! Calm, cool streams. Calm, cool streams. I can do this. I can sit through this review. I mean, it has an interesting premise. Too bad it was messed up by the fact that you copied the first episode word for freaking word. Dot! Okay, I need to calm down. I need soothing, calm, relaxing. I need something to take my mind off of this. Anything for a few moments. Would petting Glaceon help? Thanks, Sunset. Thank you so much. Okay. The good. The idea that Sam is a woman, that Dean is a woman, and is the one who gains superpowers, is a good idea. The idea of fusing the Flash mythos with supernatural is a good idea. Having Sam and Dean replace Barry is a good idea. Even the idea of having Dean dating Oliver Queen is a good idea. The story is paced well. It gets you through the action real quick. That's about all it does. And now the bad. Everything else! It's rare that I get a fic like this that has pressed every single one of my buttons so easily. Normally when I look at this type of story, I expect some meaning quality. You guys remember a couple of weeks ago when when we all did What If Samus Was There, and it blew. And I said that one of the central problems I had was that it was just the first episode of Captain N, but Samus barely did anything. So thus, all the flaws that came from Captain N came from there. We've got the opposite here. All the good qualities of this fic come from the show, but nothing from the premise. There needed to be more done with this. This fic just felt like it was a copy and paste of the first Flash episode, only taking out every reference to Barry, replacing it with Dean, replacing every single time it was a she, or he, replacing it with a she, and then replacing Eddie with Sam. Only except with Eddie being a good red herring for the Reverse Flash, and actually having some good connections between the overall meta plot the whole entire friggin' series, we got nothing here. Sam is just Sam. I would love to have seen some more drama built up between these two. And their reunion, I would love to have seen them actually have one. rather than just them going, "Hi, I'm Sam Winchester. I'm Dean's little brother. Bye." Iris was a non-entity. It was like, "Hi, I'm fulfilling my role that was in the show. Bye." The other characters, of course, were non-entities. But then again, they needed those episodes to build up to why I like them. Right now, actually, they weren't even themselves. Even in the first episode, Wells had some of his dark kindness. There were certain scenes that you could tell he was evil. Spoilers! Oh, for crying out loud, Sunset. Did you even watch The Arrow? To be fair, you haven't either. True. But Cisco and Caitlin? Caitlin's lost all of her iciness that allows her to warm up so that way we can like her as a character growing up. Cisco has lost all of his... Well, you know how we all hate Sokka on The Last Airbender live-action film by M. Night Shyamalan because they took all the real Sokka's fun and he turned him into a bland character? That's what happened here. There's no Cisco here. This is us. Hi, I'm Cisco. Well, bye. He's more like the Vibe from the comics. Yes, I have actually found out just how much of a loser Vibe is actually in the comics. Trust me. You're happy. You should be happy that you got who you got. There was nothing here. None of the raw emotion, none of the character development, nothing. Absolutely nothing. Do you know how bad this fic was? It was so bad, it woke my mother off! That is how horrible this stupid friggin' fic is! I wish it would burn out of my eyes! Why? Why does a story exist? You wanna know what I would suggest to you, author? First off, please go to school. Please learn how to do grammar. But little things like commas, enter buttons, make new paragraphs. So that way we, the reader, i.e. the person you're trying to make enjoy this fic, can look at your stuff and go, you know what? I now know who's speaking. It's not that hard. It's right there on your keyboard. Right next to the quotation marks. You know how to use the quotation marks. Now learn how to use the enter button. And then describe things. Because I was not feeling like I saw anything. All I saw was you saying people were talking. It's like, Applejack said this. Sunset said this. Applejack said this. Sunset said this. Do you guys know what Applejack and Sunset look like? Well, of course you guys do. You're fans of the show. You're fans of MLP, so of course you would know who Sunset and Applejack are. But what about the people listening at this? Do you know what this your plus looks like? Of course you don't. Because I don't have a video feed. Nobody knows what they look like, and they don't know what I'm talking about, so please describe it. Next, make it original. You sucked me in with the whole entire Dean is a CSI/supernatural hunter, but he's also the Flash story. So, I was kind of hoping that instead of Dean being Barry, he was going to be Dean. So he was going to be working on a case at night that was somehow going to be involved in the case in the morning. Then she got hit with the lightning, and then she would go off and kill a vampire or some other supernatural entity, not just a metahuman. That way, she would be more of a supernatural side. I was kind of hoping at one point she would find her brother who was working at the Central City Police Station and tell Sam that there was more than she realized was going on. And Sam tries to deny about the whole entire supernatural business because Sam doesn't want to be a hunter. Then he finds out that Sam is both a superhero and a hunter, and then he and Sam go off on adventures together. I don't even mind the whole entire Arrow romance. But here's the thing. You want me to believe that that Dean and Arrow are a couple? Do not just say, yep, it's true, I'm with Arrow. Because let me tell you, during that scene, there was no emotion, there was no passion, there was no romance. It was just, yep, I'm with Arrow. Can you imagine what it would be like if I wrote shipfic like that? Yep. I'm with Sunslate. Not real much passion. Oh! Well, it doesn't even have to be Sam, Dean, and Errol. It can also work for any couple that you just suddenly say that they're together. Interesting. Ow. Or, take the elements of supernatural, the brothers traveling, them going off on adventures, and then add it Sam and Dean. The way it sits right now, it's just Sam and Dean as Barry and Eddie, but they're not Sam and Dean. When Sam revealed himself to Dean, when Dean revealed himself to Sam, for a few seconds there, I thought you were going to make it that Sam was the first secret holder. What? Nope. Joe comes in, does his thing. This fic had so much potential when I read the description. It could have done so much, but instead, it was just copied word for word. And I think that pushes my buttons more. I think that takes me off almost as much as character assassination. When you copy something word for word, it just drives me up the walls. Why would you do that? To make it worse, it was a good show, but I couldn't enjoy the flash parts because I was too busy wanting this to be different. It's okay. Be different. We don't care. This is a fanfic. Change things. Change things up. Mix it. Match it. Do something else. You don't see me creating a supernatural pony story and having it all about shining in Twilight and not changing things around. You want to see a good example of taking a story and changing things around? Look at Fallout Equestria! Heck, there are several different pony fakes out there that take the basic premise of NLP, put it into another universe, and make sure it's not the brain freaking thing! It's not that hard. But this is just lazy. And I think you're better than this. You came up with an interesting idea. Just grab a few pre-readers and editors and somebody to let you know when you're messing up. And I can guarantee you, your work will blossom. It'll be so much better. But as it stands, it's just... Ah! Well, that's one down, thousands more to go. I'll see you all next time. But for now, Sunset, yes? Come on. We have some flash to watch. Dang straight. Woo! Oh, and join me people tomorrow, for we will finish the rest of Sailor 3 New Setsi. Enjoy.